Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, feeling that deep sense of unease, as if something isn't quite right? It's 3 a.m., and no matter how hard you try, sleep escapes you. Thoughts race through your mind, worries pile up, and you're left wondering, why is this happening? What if I told you that these midnight awakenings are not a mere coincidence, but a divine moment for personal transformation? This is when your subconscious starts to unravel your deepest fears, concerns, and desires. And if you learn to embrace these moments, you can elevate your awareness and confidence to a whole new level. Does that sound unbelievable? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change everything you thought you knew about sleep and self-growth. What if you could turn these nighttime awakenings into your secret weapon? Imagine waking up in the stillness of the night, glancing at the clock, and seeing it's 3 a.m. You try to go back to sleep, but your mind is restless. Thoughts, worries, questions. None of them seem to have answers. Anxiety wraps around you, and you start to wonder, why is this happening? But here's the spiritual truth. These moments aren't random interruptions. They are messages from your soul. Between 3 and 5 a.m., our bodies and minds are in a unique state, a spiritual threshold where transformation can happen. This is when your inner self is most open to receiving guidance and healing. I know it might sound strange, but when you wake up in the middle of the night, especially between 3 and 5 a.m., there's something more going on than just a broken sleep cycle. It's a spiritual invitation to dive deeper into your consciousness. Your body is telling you something, and your soul is calling for attention. This time is not just a coincidence. It's a window into your inner world. Between 3 and 5 a.m., the body is still in a deep sleep phase, and the mind is clearing emotional clutter. During this time, your subconscious works overtime to process what you may have been ignoring during the day. It's in these precious hours that your soul whispers to you, urging you to make changes, to face your fears, and to realign with your true purpose. Many spiritual traditions believe that waking up at these hours is a sacred time of personal reflection and divine communication. It's the moment when you can access deeper truths about yourself, your life path, and your deepest desires. How can you use these awakenings for personal growth? Here's where the magic happens. When you wake up in the middle of the night, instead of fighting the anxiety or frustration, embrace it. This is not a time to force yourself back to sleep, but rather a chance to connect with your soul on a profound level. A few years ago, a woman named Anna came to me. She was successful in her career, but something wasn't right. She would often wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., overwhelmed by feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. She would think, I'm not good enough. I'm not managing my life the way I should. Each night, the fear gripped her as she lay awake, wondering why these thoughts were haunting her. But instead of fighting these feelings, Anna learned to embrace them. We worked together to see that these nighttime awakenings weren't signs of failure, but invitations to reflect deeply on her life and emotions. She stopped resisting the night, and instead, she began to listen to her inner voice. Through this practice, Anna found a profound sense of peace. She transformed her fear into self-awareness and began to feel more grounded, more in control of her life, and more connected to her true essence. Research suggests that this time frame corresponds to a phase of deep sleep where our minds process emotional baggage, fears, and unresolved issues. If you often wake up during these hours, your subconscious may be trying to bring unresolved emotions to the surface for healing. This is a sign that your soul is urging you to address things you've ignored in your waking hours. Psychologists and sleep experts explain that during this time, our anxieties and deepest fears surface because our emotional systems are more active. The body and mind signal that something needs to shift. And if you can learn to use these awakenings as tools for personal growth, you'll open the door to transformation. Between 3 and 6 a.m., Our bodies are in a phase of deep sleep, during which our brain is actively processing emotions, experiences, and information accumulated throughout the day. But sometimes, our subconscious needs more time to unload all the stress and tension. This is when your subconscious tries to deliver important messages that may have been hidden or ignored during the day. For instance, 3 a.m. is when our emotional perception is often heightened. And if you feel anxiety, stress, or unfinished business, your subconscious might use this moment to remind you of these unresolved issues. If these awakenings happen frequently, they might be linked to a deep need for change or the resolution of unresolved problems. Also, keep in mind that during this time, your body's stress hormone, cortisol, can be elevated, especially if you're stressed about something important or feeling pressured in your life. Anxiety, worry, and even unconscious fears can rise to the surface. Your body is signaling that something needs to change. This is also the time when you might reassess your decisions, emotions, and experiences. If you learn to understand that these nighttime awakenings are not your enemy, but a tool for self-discovery, you can use them to your advantage. How to use nighttime wake-ups for change. Now comes the most important part: how to shift your perspective on nighttime awakenings. If you wake up in the middle of the night and feel anxious or unsettled, the first thing you need to do is not fight it. Don't try to immediately fall back to sleep or ignore what you're feeling. Instead, use this time for deep self-awareness. Here's what you need to do. Practice deep breathing. Take several deep breaths in and out. Feel your body relax with each exhale. Let go of tension in your muscles and fears in your mind. This is the first step to restoring your inner peace. Reflect mindfully. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why did I wake up at this moment? What emotions have I been avoiding? By becoming aware of your emotions, you begin to understand what lies beneath them. Use visualization. Imagine you've already achieved everything you desire. What does your life look like in 1, 2, or 5 years? How do you feel in this future? This visualization helps reduce anxiety and refocus your attention on your goals. Repeat simple phrases to yourself. I am safe. I control my thoughts. I am capable of handling any situation. These affirmations help strengthen your confidence and relieve mental pressure. It's crucial to understand that nighttime wake-ups are not just stress or disruptions to your sleep. They are an opportunity for deep self-awareness and growth. You'll learn to understand yourself, your needs, and desires on a deeper level. When the world around you quiets down, your mind begins to work in a more productive and mindful way. Use this time to reconnect with your inner self. Next time you wake up in the middle of the night, ask yourself, what can I do with this moment? How can I use this time to improve my life? Maybe it's a signal that you need to reassess your work, relationships, or habits. Or maybe it's time to reflect on how to release stress and tension. Instead of fearing your nighttime awakenings, you can master them. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't a curse. It's a gift. A chance to stop, reflect, and take action. So, the next time you wake up in the middle of the night, remember, this is your moment. Your chance for change. Ask yourself the right questions, relax, use breathing techniques and visualization. And never forget that you are in full control of your life and emotions. If you start using nighttime awakenings as a time for self-awareness and transformation, you'll be amazed at how it will change your life. Every moment, every awakened hour, is an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. And maybe, just maybe, the next time you watch this video, your next midnight moment will be the turning point for your life. Are you ready to take the challenge? Start right now, and watch your life begin to transform.